All right. All right, we got a bit of a late start. I'm still getting used to the new software. Um, and let's see what it doesn't. Okay, guess I got 12 people watching. All right. Uh, Now, what it is this works a little bit different than the other software. I'm actually, instead of looking at YouTube, I'm looking at the utilities screen. So this is going to be a little bit different. I'm not sure um, where we're going to go with this as far as whether or not this is going to work. And I don't know personally if we're going to have a buffer issue. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to put up a monitor to kind of keep an eye on things. So if you see me staring off to one side, that's because I'm going to be looking over at my monitor. And okay, so, and I also have the YouTube chat as well as this chat. So, and what this will do is this will allow me to see if I'm going to have buffering issues. Because I did get a ring there, but that might be coming down to me. I don't know. This really isn't software per se. It's an app, and it runs off the cloud. Basically, a lot of servers sitting in a big room somewhere. And this takes the load off the computer. Because I think what my problem was that I was getting the issues due to getting a little bit of flies today. I don't know why. Let me adjust this thing here. But I was getting severe buffering now, and I played back the video last night. The buffering really wasn't so bad on the playback. Apparently, it was bad on the recording. So, at any rate, we're going to go with it this way. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to be setting things up as I go along here, because there's a couple things I want to cover. I'm going to put that down. But if anybody gets buffering issues, let me know. And okay, now what I did is I tried to set this up a little bit. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be changing the background. Okay, now I'm pulling me. Okay, I'll be pulling me out, but you're not going to be able to hear me because I haven't quite figured out. Let me see. Oh, that didn't work. Shall we go with it? Didn't work either. Okay, I'm gonna have to play around with this because there's a slide in there that I wanted to put up, but it's not going to go up. So I'm going to go back to my original setting. I'll go that way. Oh, since Task Force wanted to see my living room, there's a living room there. So Task Force now has a living room she can look at. And see if it's going to allow me to have this. Oh, yeah. So there's my living room. Lots of flies today. I don't know what that's. Oh, thank you. Well, what this is a virtual background that's offered by the utility. You can have that one. You can have this wood thing here, or you can port your own custom background, which is this one. So I was trying to see about putting this up as a background, but it isn't going to work as a background. So we're going to do something a little different. So we go back to this, and I'll go back out of this one. And now what what this does, this allows me to set things up while I'm talking to you or what have you. And that image is something we're going to discuss. And because it's, okay, so there. So it's there. So I go down here and I hit this button, I hit that button, I go up and I hit this button and I hit this button, and boom. Now we've got this image. Now, if I want to show you just the image, I can do that. Okay, everybody likes my bricks. All right, we'll go to the bricks. Because, the bricks probably work better when I'm doing it this way. So there's the bricks. I'm going to try some different backgrounds as I go along. But, the bricks, we'll try the bricks for tonight. And there, you got bricks. And this is me solo with the bricks. Yeah, it's clear because of it's not going through my computer. Now, my computer is a top grade computer. I mean, I spent a fortune on this thing. And for some reason, the video editor loads it down. And so I'm having to. Okay, now you don't want the bricks. Okay. No to the bricks. Okay. I misread. So, all right. So we'll go back to my logo. That'll work for now. We'll find something. I mean, maybe we'll have a contest for different backgrounds. No background at all. I could put up like a blue or a red or something. I mean, Levi's got a pretty good background in his stream. But getting back to this thing, now, I don't know how well this is going to show up on yours. It's I know. I just like to try and please people as much as I can. The audience runs the show, so to speak. Yeah, I could do that. I'm going to have to look for the wolves. Well, each one. Anyway, this image here, Task Force over on Twitter put up this weird post. And what this is they are claiming that a bunch of tunnels are going from the East Coast over to Disney World. And there's big ass submarines that are trafficking children through these tunnels. And now they're saying the tunnels were destroyed. Now, it's kind of interesting. I don't know how they're going to destroy these tunnels without letting people know about it. I live about 20 miles from Disney World, and if somebody were to set off any kind of explosion, we'd know about it. And the other thing, Task Force apparently is not from Florida, and neither is this idiot that put up this post to begin with, because Florida is basically an island. Our water table is extremely high here. That's why we usually don't have houses with basements, because if you put up a basement in a house, you're going to get flooded during rainstorms and all kinds of stuff, because there's no place for the water is just really high. But it's a dumb conspiracy theory. Anyway, so, and she wants to make sure I see that, so she sent that to me. And another thing that came up is this piece of work. And it's Barflies. I think he hears us talking about Alex Goddard, and all of Craig Sawyer and Kim Baccasio's Barflies. So this is apparently in response to Donald Trump. They seem to think that he's got some kind of uh, interest in the PUD force. Now, let's see. There was one here that I couldn't. Oh, here we go. This one here is really curious. It says, Mert, I know you have lots to tell. Since you are going to work at the airport nearly every day, what do you do at the airport? Do tell. Now, I found this rather curious for a number of reasons. First, why does she care about me going to the airport? I mean, it's the same thing. She wants to know about my living room. She wants to know about people's underwear. She wants to know about college tuitions. All that stuff. She's a particularly nosy person. So, anyway, she assumes I work at the airport. Well, I don't know why this eyelid's drooping. I got a droopy eyelid. And excuse the hat, it seems to be off to one side. I do not work at the airport. I can't work at the airport because of all the stuff on the internet. Again, the airport checks security clearances, and they, as part of the security clearance, they are going to check the internet. This goes for the airport itself. It goes for anybody at the airport, such as restaurants, service companies, airlines, what have you. Anybody that hires you at the airport, you have to go to airport security and get a badge. And in order to get that badge, they're going to run a background check on you. And the background is going to include social media. So when they pull up the social media and they see that I'm accused of being a pedophile and I'm accused of this, that, and the other thing, I'm not going to get hired because they do not want pedophiles around children. And it doesn't matter if you're guilty or not. If they're seeing a bunch of well-organized blogs and posts on the internet saying that you are a pedophile, you're not going to get hired. So, I do not work at the airport. I go to the airport almost every day during the week. And there's a reason for that. And it doesn't have to do with working at the airport or working for anybody that would require me to go to the airport, such as a shuttle service or anything like that. There is a reason I go to the airport, and that is to leave in Orlando and come back. That's what you do at an airport. You get on an airplane and you fly. But that's as far as I'm going with that. And so, hello, Yan. Hello, LK. Hello, Martha. And CK, I don't know how to pronounce that. CK, Glow. And so on and so forth. We got 16 people in here. That's good. And so far, the stream seems to be behaving itself. Okay, so anyway, so task force seems to she assumes a lot. But another thing I was made aware of is that a couple months ago, the high command got in a little bit of trouble. And it's who he got in trouble with that's interesting, or she, or it. And that is E-Clause. Now, apparently, the son of Chris Hallett doesn't like her using E-Clause's material. And he wrote her a little note. And it goes as follows. So I'm going to be polite about this. This is Matthew Hallett speaking here. You posted 5 videos from my father's YouTube channel, the one I am posting from, outside of the boundaries of fair use without asking permission from myself as legal owner to the rights of his work since his death. I can't find another way to contact you, so I figured I would do it here. Copyright claims are a big deal for a YouTube channel, so I thought I would give you the chance to remove the content outside of the claim system. Having said that, I will give you precisely 1 week from today to remove all videos from your channel that violate fair use policy of my father's videos, or I will take action to copyright claim them through YouTube systems and any other actions I deem necessary. Thank you for your time. Feel free to delete this comment after you've taken action, and I will take no offense. And for whatever reason, the comment remains on the website. Now, task force is supposed to be this node. Hit the wrong button. Task force is supposed to be this big know-it-all, and she apparently doesn't know anything about copyrights. She puts this, it's fair use. No, fair use is limited. If I wanted to, I could press the issue. I discussed this with YouTube a while back, and I am within my rights to strike a lot of stuff on it that they put up over on that other channel. But the problem is that channel doesn't respect copyrights, and it's very difficult to get stuff taken down, so I don't even try. And it's evidence anyway. Craig Sawyer is going to take her to the cleaners one of these days. So anyway, we got this little tidbit here that she is in trouble with the next of kin of E-Clause. Now, as some of you guys remember, I did a video and a show about something called the confession. And the basis for the confession was that this guy was supposedly wrote a book, and he confessed to the murder of John Benet Ramsey. And supposedly there was a big raid, and Tim Homseth sent all this stuff over to Donald Trump, and I guess over to Mr. Wood, and so forth. There's a problem. With the help of somebody else, I tracked down the information on that particular thing, and it's a hoax. And it was a hoax put out by something called Master Chan. Now, Master Chan, let me cue this up. Bam. Master Chan is a debunked website, and without attempting to visit the site, it seems the original site has been removed because of kiddie porn content. Australians consistently use the term kiddie porn. What I find suggests that several people have attempted to resurrect Master Chan without the kiddie porn. At best, it seems to match your impression of an unmoderated version of 4chan, which had very little moderation in the first place and didn't require people to be members. This led to huge numbers of anonymous posts and the seed for the worldwide anonymous meme, which started out as a joke. People donning V for Vendetta Mass and mysteriously standing around Scientology faculties was done purely to provoke some sort of reaction. Because the Church of Scientology had no immunity available policy and how to respond to something as precedented, its various reactions have been bizarre, to say the least, spurring the Anons to continue their activities. Unless Master Chan has imposed an anti-KP policy, I would recommend staying away from it. Even the most polite 4chaner would beat a pedophile into a pulp. So, The person that wrote the book was, whoops, I didn't mean to do that one, was a member of Master Chan. And this is their Facebook page, their image over on Facebook. And the thing is still up. And what they do is they provide pictures of child models to their members. So I guess the members of that Facebook page can drool over these children. Now, this is where Timmy Holmseth got this material from. There was no confession to John Benet Ramsey. There was none of that. This guy wrote this thing in 2014. Now, I've been told that someone took this and used it to defame Monograph, which would not surprise me in the least. But, the fact of the matter is, this particular website is basically for child pornography. And these people desperately are trying to get this thing back up. The site goes up, it's taken down, it's being put back up again, it's getting taken down. And this is a very difficult site to get a hold of. So Timmy had to go looking for it. You just don't tweet, you just don't look for the stuff on the internet. You have to really dig deep. And so I have to wonder how it is that Timmy came in contact with these people. And sorry about that, guys. I put up my mailing list. I'm still getting used to this hardware. So, that's one of the information I want to get out there is that Timmy is basically knee deep and porn. He's really into child pornography. And so that's where we're at. Another lie about this whole thing that Timmy put up there that's been debunked. But it looks like so far the software is working. And what I have to do is I just have to iron out a few things. I don't like using my Twitter account to share images, but right now that seems to be the only way I can do it. I did find a way to do it through my video files, but again, it's not working as well as I wish I could do it. So I've got to learn. One of the main things I got to do is I got to learn how to share images on this new software. I can share videos, but one of the reasons I was a little late is I was trying to find some of my files that I use over on the other. This hat is driving me crazy. It's kind of off to one side, but can't seem to do anything about it right now. I suppose if I took this thing off. That's a little better. All right, that's a little. Well, now tilted it to the one side again. Try that. But anyway, not that it matters all that much. Hello, Richard. So, at the very least, this new utility seems to be working. Yeah, fireman, I agree with you. That's about. Now, let me try something. There's supposed to be. Oh, yeah. This is a little trick I found out with this thing. Levi does this all the time. That's how there's a command where you can bring up people's comments. So that's one thing I'll be able to do with that. So I've got that I can put on there, and then banners. So, there's a couple things I got set up that I still got to work on. And let's see. I can, one thing Levi does is I can scroll it. I could do the same thing on my other utility. I just never set it up. So that's, things I can do with it. So, it's kind of a neat little utility. Yeah, I agree, Grippler. The problem now, at least for the interim, is number one, the warrants are solely for Timmy, and they're misdemeanors. So as long as he stays out of the state of Minnesota, it's they're not going to arrest him. Now, if it gets bumped up to a felony, which is likely, then they're going to go after him. But the single most primary reason for that is that they're avoiding the process server. Okay, now let me. Okay. Wrong. Okay, this question came up in chat. The answer is no. Today's a Sunday. The guy that I need to speak to at Fort Campbell works business hours, so I'm going to call them tomorrow. I did a couple of other things today in preparation for that, but mainly I will be calling Fort Campbell tomorrow and talk to the individual there. I'm also going to be talking to CID if I can get transferred over to them. But the key to this is if people would start calling these places like Fort Campbell, the FBI, and so forth, and start saying, these people are a bunch of crackpots and they're going around ruining the reputation of people with this garbage. And then they would have to do something. Now, I proposed this a long time ago that not sure. I don't know if I took an image of this or not. I gotta look for it here. But they are actually promoting my channel. It was on High Command's Twitter account that I was made aware of. And I'm going to see if I can find it. I thought this was kind of neat. That it was a profanity-laced, quote-unquote, recommendation for people to come to my channel. So I thought it was interesting. And also a comment was recent that it said, Kirk, why don't you address how you stole from Captain Phil McConnell? And they blamed everything on Task Force and Timmy. So it looks like there's a bit of a pissing match going on. Why is this not scrolling? Um, well, they're okay. I got a thing. You should be on here. I just got your tweet saying you're blocked, but you should be on the um, channel. I thought I saw your name in here. So, yeah, your name's in here, so you must have resolved the problem. And okay, I will look at your videos. Oh, I see what that is. Interesting. Anyway, um, but I like the ability to be able to run the comments up because when somebody asks me a question and I answer it, this way people can see what the question is or what the comment is on the playback. Because on the playback, especially if you do it over a TV set, you don't see the chat. You know, that's what I run into with my big screen TV. I can't see um, the comments on the playback. So this way I'm able to put comments up on the screen and people can see them on the playback so that they can get a general idea of what's going on. And so far, by the looks of it, we haven't had any trolls tonight. They must have taken the day off or something. I don't know. Yeah, Martha, this is good. Yeah, I saw this on Levi's show, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm sitting there saying, how the hell is he doing that? Because I can't do it. And then I get on here and start watching the tutorials, and yeah, you can bring them up. Because all I do is I go down to a comment, I hit click a button, and there it is. And yeah, what's interesting is this utility has a separate chat. It shows the chat from YouTube in a different format. Uh, in order to see YouTube in its original format, I have to go over and sign into YouTube as a user. Kind of confusing, but I can ban people from here as well, so it helps. I have to. But apparently, they have gotten the message because on my last live stream, Google banned her 3 times. And so they may have banned the channel because, Google's not going to put up with it. So they probably they may have banned the account. But I love how over on Twitter, she's paying attention to everything I say and do. And over on Twitter, she actually put a link here recommending the site. And the only problem is, I got to figure out where the hell that is. Because I want to put it up on the chat or, up on the thing. So let me do this. Play around with this thing a little bit. See if it's here. No, 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 nope. Oh, but damn. I wonder where the hell that went. Because I had it preserved because I was going to use it in here. Son of a gun. I'll have to find that. I don't think I can get into I can't get into Task Force to use that, so. But somebody sent it to me, so that's why I'm wondering. Okay, let's try it this way. Oh, it's. Yeah, can't do that. It's. Okay, no, that's not gonna. I'll have to look for that on other computer. That's the only way, because it's. Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little. Now, what I gotta do is come back over here, go to messages. This is the quickest way of doing this. Nope, I gotta go to here. So one of the things I gotta do, I gotta start getting this worked out. Okay, now. Okay, this is. All right, now I gotta scroll up and get rid of that. I think John's had enough airtime for right now. Boop. Okay, now this is, I've never seen this done before, but Task Force on their YouTube channel or their Twitter channel put up a link to my stream and told people to go to it. And that's cool. If they want to watch this, that's fine. I have nothing to hide. As long as they don't come in here and troll, they can watch all they want. Now she's a little says hell, they got only 20 people in there tonight. I think I got, according to the chart, I've got 16. So, it's not it's not bad. Best way is to load it up. Yeah, what it is, Leanne, is I just, this is the first time that I've live streamed using this in this manner. And now I live streamed using the utility mobile, and it was fine. But, doing this on, whoops. Well, apparently they do, because they pay attention to me almost all the time. Not that I want their attention, but God, I'm itching for some reason. But they pay a lot of attention to me, and I find it kind of odd. Um, this is a relatively small channel. Um, I noticed that I've gone up slightly in um, subscription rate, but um, they are much bigger than me number wise. Uh, they get more viewers and so forth. So I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, they're over in their little corner. They can do their thing. The only thing I'm annoyed with is they keep lying about me and the rest of us. Stop with the pedophile bullshit. You got plenty of pedophiles out there in the world that you could be doing something about. It's go start going after the true offenders. Um, but it's too hard to do. They get into Pizzagate and this gate and that gate because that's where the money is. Now, um, they admitted it on the show last night. They said they got to get paid. They got to get paid. They said it several times. So it's all about the money. So that's funny. If these two are running around the country unvaccinated, they're really pushing the envelope because they're going to get mixed up with other anti-vaxxers, and someone's going to have this thing, and they're going to get it. And if they don't die, they're going to get sicker than a dog because this is nothing to fool with. And that's just the way it is. If he can't, bring himself to get the shots, then I just hope his kid doesn't get it. They're running. If they go up there and visit the grandchild of his daughter, and the grandchild gets it, then maybe that'll knock some sense into him. I hope the kid does not, but this is the thing. This is all about money because you can't be gallivanting around the country without some means of income. Gas is over $3 a gallon in some places. Then you got food, you got hotels, you got to have emergency money in case you have a flat tire or some nonsense. So, this running around is costing them money. Now, so there's got to be a residual income coming in here someplace, and it's probably from their begging. Oops, get that out of there. They tapped into this market due to the money, not for any philosophy, because they weren't going down this road, neither one of them, until all of a sudden QAnon came along and they saw all the money that could be made. And, that's just the way it is. And I agree with you. I can't believe it either. These people are the worst liars that I've ever seen. I mean, they lie with impunity. That's all you hear. Lies, lies, and more lies. That just blows my mind. But fireman, I think you can put the message back if you removed it. I'm not sure. You can restore it, I guess. Yeah, the HBO, the guy. It's funny in the last segment when the journalist asked the guy if he was QAnon. The guy kind of gave it away without saying a word. So, it's the cat's out of the bag. Ever since that documentary, there has been nothing out of the guy. He's kind of gone into hiding. Um, you know, it. Um, it's just this is the anonymous thing all over again. I mean, these people got to have something to believe in. Some idiot. Uh, Conspiracy, I guess, is the best word for it. So, it's weird. Yeah, it was quite a long documentary. It went on for, they would put it on. So I watched the whole thing. I happen to have HBO Max. Um, and it was a very well done documentary. Now, what happens usually with HBO and some of these other services is it gets put out on DVDs after a while. So, you may see it in a store sometime in a DVD form. But it's definitely well worth watching because he went all over the place, tracked them all down. He even went to the pig farm that they own. The and so the documentary was first aired a couple months ago, and it may still be on HBO and on demand because that's how I used to watch it. I found out about it, and when I started having time to watch it, they had already gone about 3/4 of the way through it, so I went back to the first episode and I watched it. I did a binge watch and I watched the whole damn thing, and it. Well, it was thorough. It went through all of 4chan, 8chan, and 8chan. It had the guy on that was actually responsible for a lot of what happened. It showed the big breakup he had. And he was a midget in a wheelchair. He was a real interesting character. And it was a midget in a wheelchair that is actually responsible for 4chan, 8chan, and so on. And then they came up with 8chun because he got a burr up his ass about him using the name. And yeah, it'll be in the HBO app. You just go in there and go down through HBO On Demand, and it's there. Ron Watkins is his name. That's correct. Um, he was quite a character in himself. And I was going to do a video on him called The Man in the Green Hat, but I just ran out of time. So I said, it's not really worth my time. But God, all of a sudden my arms are getting the itches. I'm going to have to get some kind of moisturizer or something. I was outside for a while and I think I got invaded by no-see-em. These are little tiny bugs and they're a pain in the neck. Yeah, I'll have to get some cream. I don't have anything here, but it's all I'm going to have to do. Yeah, Yeah, you got to kind of wonder about these people. But they, the Chans and the derivatives of them are still trucking along. It's just that the QAnon thing has kind of died. Uh, and what's funny, it was all money because it was QAnon that was keeping things going. Um, they were. The QAnon was the only thing that was making any money with these people. It was just. Work call at this time of night. Wow. It must be on the West Coast. Uh, the rift between the three of them um, has been going on for quite some time. They would have this thing where they would, um, you know, do the kumbaya and they get along, and Randy was sharing Kirk's links and so forth, and then all of a sudden there's been this big brouhaha going on, and I'm not sure what sparked it, but Divine Interloper has been going after this situation, and that's what's been going on. Is they just been at each other. Uh, Kirk deleted a post that Randy made, and she wasn't too happy about it. And this one post I put up about Kirk stealing from Fields and so on. So it's been really weird. Yeah, she can either do private or unlisted in case she wants someone else to. Uh, yeah, she might have left. Um, but that is an option. She can do unlisted, and then she can give permission to people to use it, whoever she feels might want to use it. Well, things are coming together. This software is actually going to be a workaround to YouTube's 1,000 subscriber thing. I could still use 1,000 subscribers because it'll help with credentialing, but I talked to the court administration, so there's a way around that. Um, and because of the way things go, I won't need to go into the courtroom. Um, so I might be able to come up with ways to, you know, work with the court if I need to get into the courtroom. Yeah, I finally figured out a way to get that thing in there. At least I could go down and I could change the background, but that's all. Yeah, it's the way I think that Zoom sets it up. I mean, you can have it to where people are talking and you can see them, or the people can block themselves out, or the court can do it. Uh, really strange. And the thing about it is you're not supposed to, in most states, live stream the Zoom hearings. Uh, Hi, Levi. As you can see, I'm using your software that you're using, and it seems to be working out pretty good. There's a few things I have to learn how to do yet. I've got to get my intros worked out, stuff like that. I didn't have time to do that today. Um, this thing works a lot different than my software did over vmix. um, so I'm going to have to do some workarounds and get everything ready so that this is going to be my main streaming utility. It's expensive, but it's doing the work. So it's hopefully I'm going to be uh, improving things as we go along. And I haven't got into having co-hosts or doing the phone thing quite yet. Yes, yeah, Levi, this thing is a breeze. It's very intuitive and everything. It's a little bit limited. Um, I've got the basic plan um, because I just can't. I can't put down $40 a month for a utility right now. That's a lot of money, and I've only got 20 people that come in at any one time, um, and there's no revenue stream. So it's really I've got to watch the nickels. Uh, but the good thing about this is this show gets archived on YouTube and eventually on Facebook, since I'm going to be doing multi-platform streaming, and people can see it over and over again. Uh, the answer is no, Randy. I haven't seen him in here, um, which surprises me. Sometimes Randy will show up, or High Command, or whatever the hell they use, at the end of the stream. Um, and so far, I haven't had him. I'm going to go on with this for a little bit longer. Um, so they just stayed away. Now, what probably happened, last night, Google deleted messages from Task Force 3 different times. Uh, and it surprised the heck out of me because I didn't have any wrenches in here. And all of a sudden, their stuff was deleted. And I'm going, who the hell is the wrench in here? And I had no wrenches. And it turned out it was Google doing it. And so, you know, yeah, they're probably on the road because the latest thing over there is some damn uh, that guy holding the gun, and it's Craig Sawyer again. So yeah, I don't know. Who knows what they're up to? Uh, they'll probably show up someplace tomorrow. But I know one place they're not going to show up. But that's, I'll deal with that tomorrow. Um, yeah, well, that's why they're on the run, Kim, is because uh, Sawyer and a couple of other people have got process servers looking for them. And so they don't want to be around for the process server. So they're staying on the road and they're staying hidden. Got a droopy eyebrow. I don't know what's causing that. It's like I never had that one before. Yeah, it's part of getting old, I guess. Um, but well, somebody recorded his arrest, uh, and it's on YouTube. Um, and basically, he just would not back down. He said that, he has a legal right to do what he was doing, and the judge said, no, you don't. And he spent 2 days in the Huskow, got fined, and got let right back out again. But he's got to answer all these warrants that's out there. Um, And so there's going to be that little situation to look forward to. Because he's got, any one of those, if he's adjudicated guilty on any one of those, he's going to the slammer. That's just the way it is. Yeah, it's going to be the last of the Pepsi for a while. Almost worked. Yeah. Well, Ryan's doing everybody a favor, showing us Kirk Pendergrass making a fool of himself. And if he wants, I don't know what Ada's policy is on publishing these Zoom hearings, but, you know, I do not collect $200, pay out $1,000. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I believe uh, his name, Martha. Because when I found out about the video and went over there, his name cropped up as the one that uh, recorded it and live streamed the Zoom. So, it is what it is, I guess. See if this is going to give me what I need. Yep. Okay, nothing in the last 5 hours. What's funny is she put up a thing about the bombing exercises up in Ocala, and it's really nothing new. They do that all the time. So I don't know. She's just trying to make a conspiracy theory out of it, with these Disney tunnels and other nonsense. People need to grow a brain. Yeah. Interesting. Uh, yeah, the Bundys are Soviet citizens or Soviet. Uh, I'm going to try and be on for her until the top of the hours. It's a quarter after 10 here. Um, so I'm going to make a judgment at 10:30 as to how things are going. Right now, I got a decent number of people in here. So as long as things keep trucking along, I'm going to go with it. Um, Well, this thing came over on my feed. The task force keeps putting this stuff up, and I don't. And this is what um, Tim Holmes says is not supposed to be doing. Uh, but you know, because of her, he's able to get away with doing this. So it's just, but yeah, task force has been putting up all kinds of crap over there. It's likes to poke the bear, so to speak. One of these days, um, stuff's going to happen. Well, what Lynn Wood did is apparently somebody gave him something that Tim wrote, and immediately Greg Sawyer got a hold of him and said, this guy's an idiot, and so on and so forth. And Lynn Wood immediately disavowed the whole thing. And of course, Tim doesn't mention that. Um, he basically just said, you got to make up your own mind. And that's where it went. But, but there was one time where, um, they might be getting ready to turn on General Flynn because Tim doesn't like him hanging around with what's his name. So there might be uh, a little bit of discontent going on there. So I'll have to see how that turns out. Well, that was just clever sleight of hand because nobody's bothered to read the exchange between Lynn Wood and Craig Sawyer and some other people. Uh, they have set Lynn straight on exactly what Timmy is, and Lynn Wood backed off without completely backing off. So you know, hard to say what's going to happen there, but he's just as nutty as Tim Holmes is. So. Yeah, unfortunately, he's not Timmy Hoffa anymore. He's very much alive and not kicking, he's punting. But, what can I say? He had himself a nice long sabbatical. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Or, so he's going around having a good old time. Jeez. Oh yeah, I thought this was kind of funny. Because I didn't. That's not gonna work because it's gonna. Now, one thing I did find out is that nobody has called this number um, to report me or anybody else for that matter. This is the tip line for the Delphi murder case with the two teenagers, and nobody has called them to report me as a person of interest in the crime. Um, and I think maybe they thought it would be not wise to get slapped with a criminal charge for obstruction of justice and interfering with an ongoing murder investigation. So, that challenge went nowhere. It's been quite a long time since this was put up. Let me see. Because June 4th is when um, this was put up, and nothing has become of it. Kinder, I can see you. Uh, I just happened to look up, and so yeah, you're there. You're up and running. So Kinder, I don't know what's going on with those two. I sometimes think it's a mother and son relationship. Whether or not there's anything physical going on between them, it's hard to say. I know people speculate, um, but I'm beginning to think it's employer employee, and because um, Randy owns Timothy Charles Homeseth. She owns his blog, she owns all the social media, and she owns him. And she basically controls him like a schoolmaster or something. So it's hard to know what's going on there. I mean, if there's a little hanky panky going on, then well, you're cooped up in a car all day long, and there's all that sexual tension going on. So you never know what's going to happen. The juices are flowing, so to speak. You never know. Yeah, in a way, I kind of agree a little bit. I mean, the people that kidnapped Elizabeth Smart weren't, they were really off the deep end. So you never know. But, they don't have a base to be at. So if they were to do something like that, I don't know how they control the situation. Yeah, the weird dynamic is something of an understatement. They definitely have a unique relationship. I just don't know what the hell it is. Um, it's one of those things. I think another reason they might not be coming in here is because they know that I can put up whatever they say on screen. And when that happens, it gets recorded and they can't take it down. And they have this thing about putting messages up and then taking them down. Uh, there has been no comment I am aware of by the husband as to what is going on in their marriage. All he told the local authorities was that she has not, they are separated. She has not been in the house since September. He has no idea where she's at. And so, that is basically something for gossip until somebody decides to file paperwork in court, such as a divorce. And there's probably, I can think of a dozen reasons why there's no divorce. Sake of the grandchildren, financial reasons, their community property and stuff like that. Thank you, Lipstick. I appreciate it. This stream is vastly improved over what was going on my other software. There's been virtually no buffering that I'm aware of. It's a lot smoother operation. The software is a lot easier to work with. And even though I'm running at a low resolution, it seems to be going along. I do not know if they had an open relation or not. Other than seeing the documentation that she is bugged out of the house, I don't know what's going on with those two. It's woman goes off with this guy, hasn't seen her grandchildren, her daughters, or anyone for that matter, for quite some time. So I don't know. It's rather curious. But the thing of it is we've got someone out there who is aiding and abetting a fugitive from the law. She's keeping them out of the state of Minnesota. Thanks for the report on that, Kindred. I'm glad to hear that. I think I've solved my ongoing problem with the live stream. So because of that, I'll probably be doing a lot more of it. Yeah, Fireman John's got a good narration voice. So, yeah, Fireman, you got a good voice. Yeah. Take credit where credit is due. You're pretty good with a wrench, too. So, got you in a little bit of trouble, but, that's the cost of dealing with these idiots. Thank you, Lipstick. Yeah, it seems that running the stream through an app server is the best way to go. I'm a little surprised. I've used OBS and vMix for years, and I've never had the problems I've been having with that software. And it's disappointing because vMix is a powerful program. I can do a lot of stuff with it. And now I'm having to relearn everything and figure out how to get the show back in its original format using this. So I got to do. There's a lot of work I've got to do on the outside when I get the time and get back on course. Okay, Lee. Thanks for stopping in. You have a good rest of your weekend. Yeah, that'll be a good job for you to do. Is you can narrate Levi's documentary, and you can even narrate mine for that, man. Because I will cover any trial with those two live. If I got to get out there with a tin can and start begging for dollar bills on the street corner, I'm going to get the money to go to these trials. Because I want to be there staring them in the eye when they're on the stand, saying what they're going to say under oath. And then the sentencing will be frosting on the cake. So, and if it's not in federal court, I can probably stream from the court If it's done inside a federal court, then I'll have to do the stand up on the outside of the entrance and give notes. So we'll see how that works out. Because the first one coming up is probably going to be Neely Blanchard. So I may be running up to Ocala in a month or two for that one. So at least it's an hour and a half from here. I'm going to slot 2 hours and getting up there and getting set up. Kirk will. I got to later start doing this. I would say yes. He's probably going to get arrested, especially if he starts this lawyer crap in court again. You know, he seems to be bullheaded enough that he's just going to keep trying the patience of the court, and they're going to say, "Fine, we're going to put your ass in jail." Now, what's funny is that Kirk does something that Tim will not do. He fights for his rights. You know, he believes in what he believes, and he's going to say, no matter what, he's going to get up in front of that judge and he's going to tell him, look, I'm not doing what you want me to do. If you want to put me in jail, then fine, but I'm not backing down. Timmy, he, at the first sign of trouble, he gets in a car with Randy and poof, he's gone. So, yeah, I fully expect Kirk to get arrested again. He's got other charges. You know, if he gets convicted of those other charges, he's going back to jail. You know, this is. Well, you know, this has always been Kirk's goal is to get into the Soviet, well, it might as well be Soviet, but the sovereign citizen stuff. That's basically what he's preaching. That's what Phil McConnell was preaching when he was on the air. You know, this alternative law is sovereign citizens. You know, and I agree, Kennedy. Kirk will not stop, and this is, you know, but again, as wrong-headed as he is, uh, he will not run away. He stays and fight. Timmy won't do that. Timmy runs, you know, and hides like a little coward. He's just out there on assignment or whatever the hell he calls it. Yeah, big freaking joke. Yeah, Monday's going to be a busy day in court for a number of reasons. I know I got a busy Monday tomorrow because I got to call Fort Campbell and get that mess straightened out. See what the hell's going on up there. Kinder, there's a pre-trial coming up in July. I believe it's July 8th. He is not probably going to be going on trial until August at the earliest, because the pre-trial is usually to hear any last-minute things, get housekeeping out of the way. They may set jury selection at that time, and then they may start the proceedings for setting a court date. Because they have to have enough time to get Field back down here from Wisconsin, because it's going to be a jury trial and he's going to have to come to Florida and appear in court. This is not going to be done over the phone because the courts have started in court hearings now, so that everything is going to be live again rather than over the internet. Uh, Hawkins better watch himself because that's a felony. So if he starts screwing around with that ankle bracelet, he's going to get Field McConnell arrested and he's going to get himself arrested. You know. This is one of these things where, you know, you're kind of whacking the hornet's nest. You start fooling around with these ankle bracelets. And I don't know if David has the ability to do that. Oh, okay. Well, he better not try it. That's, kidding or not, that's not a smart thing to do. I think Field has been sidelined. They're moved on to bigger and better things. He's mentioned less and less every day. I haven't heard anything out of the quack doctor up there and anybody else. It's just kind of like everybody's gone off into oblivion. So, but I'm a little surprised that the volume of stuff going on with Randy and so forth is up where it is right now. They should have lost their effectiveness a long time ago. But it's gradually draining out now. People are realizing every day that this is a bunch of nonsense, and I would suspect that as arrests start taking place, that people are going to realize. DGB. Do I drink Starbucks? I drink their hot chocolate when I can afford it. When I went to the airport, or go to the airport and go out, and it's either early in the morning or late at night, I will get the Starbucks hot chocolate, and even with the whipped cream on it. I like, but I'm not much of a coffee drinker. Now, what I'll do is I'll drink soda. You drink my Pepsi and stuff like that. But Starbucks, a little rich for my blood. Okay. So he's on Rumble. All right. It's like I said, they've gone off into oblivion because Rumble is, limited in effectiveness. I mean, you're preaching to the choir there. I don't know what the deal is with this. It's not, it's not like I'm tired or anything. It's just I got a droopy eyelash. Am I a beer drinker? No, I'm not a beer drinker. I do not like beer. And as a matter of fact, I don't drink that much, period. Now, if I do drink, it's going to be mainly wine, red wine. But it's been a long... Do I have an email? Yeah. It's... Okay, let me in. Oops. Would help I put my glasses on. I can't even see what the hell I'm doing here. Trouble when I get my age, the eyesight goes. Yeah. Okay, as a matter of fact, if anybody wants it for any reason, I'm going to do this. That's my email address. So if you need to send me something or want to just say hi or whatever, you can use that. And it is my PayPal. And I had one person send me $2 in my PayPal, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, it's getting there, Levi. It's funny. I think that Task Force might actually be responsible for it because when she put up the plug, I started getting a couple of new subscribers, and it's it's a little bit there. Um, what I'm hoping happens if it gets up over 1,000 again, um, and stays there long enough, maybe YouTube will finally give me the um, status that I need, because I was over 1,000 for almost a month, and YouTube just sat on their hands and wouldn't do anything. And all of a sudden, I went down again. So I'm not sure what's going on, but with StreamYard, that's not so much of a priority. Now, I would need it to get credentials for the Florida court system, because for some reason you got to have 1,000 subscribers on whatever social media you're using to uh, cover any case, which I think is kind of interesting. But that ever since the Casey Anthony case, the court system in Florida has tightened down on who they're going to give press credentials to. Well, what they may do, they may come back later and hit the thumbs down. That's, I can't see that over here. But, that's what they don't realize is even if they hit it with the thumbs down, that still counts as interactivity, because the one of the reasons people want to have the thumb hit is because it tells YouTube that people are paying attention to the channel, whether they like it or not. And this helps YouTube make up their mind what they're going to do with the channel. So, hit the like button, folks. It helps. Share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, all that. Ooh, I got a fly on me. Go see Guts. He needs to fly, or whoever it was that had that fly. Yeah, I'm going to have to learn how to use some of these utilities like Traffic Report. I go into my studio, and I look at that, see what's going on. There's several utilities you can get to keep track of what's going on. And as I get, what I'm doing is as I relearn this software, get used to it and stuff, then I'm going to be able to improve the site and do a few different things that I want to do. And sometime soon, I'm going to do a mobile remote just to check the system out. Because the one thing I have to do if I'm going to live stream publicly, if I'm going to live stream mobile, I have to get the audio and video worked out. Now, the video wasn't so bad when I went down to the federal courthouse, but the audio was terrible. I was picking up all kinds of wind noise when they were interviewing people. I couldn't hear a damn thing because I was going through the microphone on the phone, which is worthless. So I've got shotgun mics, I've got boom poles, I've got all kinds of stuff, to do live coverage when I'm mobile. I've just got to get it set up. And so there's a few things that I have to work out with StreamYard. Now, one thing I wanted to find out is if how to run a GoPro on StreamYard through the smartphone. And the one smartphone, I got to find out why when I turn the phone sideways, it doesn't go switch into landscape. As I was using two different smartphones. My regular smartphone, which is my Galaxy 9, will switch to landscape. And so I was live streaming in landscape until the battery went dead. Then I switched over to my other Galaxy. And when I tried to put it in landscape, the whole thing went sideways. And it looked, and I couldn't figure out why that happened. And of course, Task Force made a bit of a snide remark about it, but it happens. it was a test stream, and normally people that test their streams put them in private so that goof up doesn't go over the air. But since it was a live event, I had little choice. It was I was either not put the thing online or muddle through whatever mistakes were made. And it also allowed me to evaluate it when I got home to see what happened to the live stream, to see why certain things happen. And the one thing I discovered is that I have got to have an external mic on that phone. The microphone that comes with the phone doesn't do crap. And you definitely, even if you use the headphones, which I had, the wind noise was so darn bad that it just created all kinds of problems. So in my future live streams, I am going to correct these problems because I'm going to be doing a lot more mobile live streaming. And so I've got to have that situation straightened out. Yeah, that is funny. I actually think he supports Putin. He certainly doesn't support the United States. Everybody in that crowd supports Putin. Um, and so that's, plus they want to overthrow the government anyway. This stuff that they're coming up with is a sign that they've lost it. They're completely off the grid. No brains at all. To believe the nonsense that they post on their social media, they are out of it. They're loopy. And if she wants to sue me for saying that, I'll just tell the judge. I said, look at what these people believe in. They believe that we got submarines running under Orlando, Florida, and Kissimmee, Florida, and like that. In a state that has a water table that's about 2 feet under the surface of under the soil. And Florida is basically an island of phosphate. It's a mineral that dissolves in water. That's why we have sinkholes. There's no solid rocks under there. That's why when they built Disney World, they didn't go down, they went up. The Magic Kingdom actually sits on top of a 5-story building. They built the building and then they put the soil up against the building. They didn't dig a damn thing. They just did a lot of filling in. But they want people to believe that there's these huge tunnels underneath Florida and that somebody blew them up because they were running children. I mean, people are crazy. Okay, well, I'm going to go over to that channel and I'm going to subscribe to it. All right. Oh, I already subscribed to it. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll be sure to hit the thumbs up because Oh, is that your channel or my channel? Yeah, we're at the 10-minute mark here at the top of the hour. I'm going to go off and rest because I got kind of a weird day tomorrow. I got to call Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I got to call somebody else at 1 o'clock. And just busy. My Mondays through Fridays are busy now. At least I was able to get it to where I'm not doing stuff on the weekends as much. Every once in a while, if I get late and then I have to come back on a Saturday, Saturday is somewhat busy, but it varies. Sometimes it's all day, sometimes it's half the day, depending on what's going on Thursday and Friday. So we shall see. But my weekends, I'm going to try and do my live streams regularly either on Saturday or Sunday or both. Um, and so there will be that. I'm going to be doing as many mobile thons as I can because there's brief things I can discuss during the week and I can put them on the mobile. So I might be doing that as well. So there's that to look forward to. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I've got it in the, see what I got in the bookmarks over here. Yeah, I got it in there. Because I'm not sure the last time I checked the records up there. Let's see, Marion County. Come on, Marion County. I hate this because they got the weirdest captcha, and I've had a devil of a time with it. But let's see. Yeah, hoop dance. Do the hoop. Yeah, I see I already subscribed to your channel. All right. Oh, I didn't have to do the captcha this day. God, I hate when I have to do that thing. See if they've done anything new with this. Okay, why are we? Okay, oh, this is new. Okay, on the 9th, I'm not sure if I saw this or not. They set a pretrial conference. This is the one I think is this for. Yeah, this is the one that's got all these. This is the June 22nd thing that was mentioned. Nelly's part is in the afternoon at 1 o'clock. So let me do. Well, I might as well let you guys see what I'm looking at here. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Because what it is these pre-trial things, they must do these real quick. And because they had her, I had found this before, but at June 22nd at around 1 o'clock, they are going to do Neely Blanchard. And basically, it's the following cases: mandatory pretrial conference before circuit judge, courtroom 3D, third floor, and it's going to be done by video link, so people don't have to worry about that because they'll put her on the phone or on the video thing. Yeah, a lot of bad people up there. Bad boys and girls. The problem is I scroll this too fast. I missed her twice going down through here. There's about 6 pages. Okay, they had until the 17th to do anything they needed to do. And I missed her again. She's on there. I know that. Okay, they're not there. We'll bring up this page. Petrie Branch and Neely L. 1 o'clock. And whoever Jar Morrow is, that's her right there. So, yeah, it's a formality. They're probably going to try and what they got to do is they got to try and plea it down to something where she doesn't get the death penalty, because the prosecution has indicated that they were going to try for the death penalty, and so I don't know what's happened there. The exhibit 22 that was sealed for a long time turned out to be a fingerprint report. They had this sealed for quite a while. I don't know why they sealed it, but basically it's latent. There's 3 pages of latent fingerprints, which means they probably fingerprinted the apartment and they probably fingerprinted the gun that was used, and what have you. So, so that report was made to the court, and it was sealed for quite a while, and it came off. It came off being sealed a couple of weeks ago. So, but that's where we're at with that situation. Interesting. So, but it looks like everybody's done their thing for the night and they've gone off into oblivion, because there's nothing on BitChute. I won't know if there's anything on the Twitter page until somebody sends me something. I don't know why I went over there. So, that's where we're at there. T-minus 4 minutes, folks. We're getting pretty close. I'll probably, if anything develops with the June 22nd hearing, I may get on the air briefly and just leave some comments, because Tuesday is usually one of my busier days. And I'm definitely, if I hear something out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky, I will do something with that. Oh, task force is here. Finally. Yeah, you come in 4 minutes into my show, or 4 minutes before I go off the air. I love it. Nah, she must have sobered up. Bar flies. Oh, thanks for the promotion, by the way. Somebody was kind enough to send me a thing where you promoted my stream, which, that's kind of cool. And again, this is what. Now, one thing you did that I'm a little puzzled is, oops. Okay. Okay, I gotta do this again. I must have hit the wrong. But yeah, good old task force promoted my channel. That was kind of interesting. And nobody has as many bar flies as these two, RLE and TCH. So you're saying that RLE and TCH have barflies. That's an admission. What's this big text thing? Not understanding that one. Oh, yeah. So we have evidence. This way, she can't delete her stuff. I mean, this, the barflies comment really isn't going to amount to much. At least it's showing. At least it's showing that they're trolling the channel, stalking it. Did Google get her again? Because I don't see it here. I can't see when Google does anything. Huh. That's funny. But I thought this is a cool way to close out the show. Is that she basically plugged the show. And if the people want to come in here and look at the show, whether they agree with it or not, I have no problem with that. I just don't want any trolls. So, but, we're at the top of the hour. It's 11 o'clock. I appreciate everybody that stopped in. And again, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, and stay tuned. As we get closer and closer to these dates, we got June 22nd coming up now, which is a couple days from now, and we can see exactly what's going on there. I've got my calls to Fort Kentucky or Fort Campbell I have to make. I'm going to try and slot that in. I got an extremely busy day tomorrow. I got a couple of things that I've got to deal with tomorrow. I have a feeling the one's going to be about 5 minutes, so we'll see how that goes. And, so everybody have a good night. Have a good Monday. Be safe, be kind, and all that happy stuff. And this is William K. Murtathon, Witness 1. Good night, and have a good one.